Hello and welcome into the 5th installment of Dirty Water. I'm your host, Hogdale. I'm joined today by my good friend, my bald amigo, Mutt. Mutt, brother, how you doing?
Oh, man. Winter meetings are going on. So much to discuss tonight, Hog. What's going on, brother?
Dude, I've had myself a very nice day. And just, I'm not going to lie. If I ever come onto the show being like, my life is just so hard right now, you should probably kill me with a gun because I'd be lying. But, things are going pretty well. I'm enjoying my life. Everything's going pretty good. And I'm also joined by, my anonymous friend, the sworn enemy of every Yankee player, fan, and anyone associated with that organization. It's Kutter is king. Kutter, what's up? Chief, how you doing?
It was a calm Monday, doing pretty good. And then the news drops that Kutter is being shopped. So not doing too good anymore.
Boy,
what are you gonna do? Like if Kutter Crawford is traded, like what even happens then? Like do you just
I don't know. They always ask me like, and I say I'll probably just stay unless he goes to the Yankees or something. Then I think I would have to rebrand. But
yeah, you just like fucking like it's your face reveal, and it's just like
yeah, maybe
just you being hit by like a CGI missile. And we're joined by a very special guest today. This is a man who I love very dearly. This is a person who is, if he didn't exist and like he wasn't pushing me forward, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be hosting this show. It's my good friend, my good pal, Ed Hand. Brother, how you doing?
I'm doing great. That was a wonderful intro. I was wondering what I was going to get. You are so much better at hyping people up than I am. Like that was very solid. Thanks for having me on. I'm here to mostly just see how you're doing and hype up the thing that I'm trying to hype up. This is actually the last stop of my press tour for my my free agency tracker, so I'll just get that out of the way now. Beyond the Monster Substack, it's right on the front page. I ranked the top 300 free agents. This is a lot more than your normal person will do because I am a sicko, but it's as complete of a list as you were going to get, and it's 100% accurate. There's no debating that. So just go Beyond the Monster. It's the first thing when you go on there. It's the Substack.
It is nice, like over the years now that you just carved out the niche of like as the free agency guy, and like people just hit you up now about like what's going on with that stuff. Because I mean, well, you only started like what 2-3 years ago now.
I've been doing this for 7 years. I just didn't have an audience. I didn't have an audience until I started. I would say maybe 3 years ago. Rob Bradford had me on Baseball Isn't Boring for it, and I started getting a little bit of an audience then. And it's sort of like I'm not going to say that it's anything huge, but I do. Like there's a decent amount. I have a decent amount of people that read it.
Shut up, Bradfo, man. We love Bradfo here, don't we, folks?
Okay, okay. Shut the fuck up. Okay, I will get to. I want to ask Ed some questions. We'll get to the Red Sox. I got to figure out how Ed, like your origin story is tied to Ed. But Bradford was the first guy I did Boston radio with, literally before Kutter was born. So let's not sit here and genuflect at the altar of Rob Bradford and the Bradford Files, which is an old Rob Bradford blog. Okay, let's not kiss Bradford's ass.
Mutt is unironically hitting us with like the, like Chronicles of Narnia. It's like, do not cite the deep magic to me, which I was there when it was written. Like that's literally what Mutt is doing right now.
I don't know what that means, but Rob's big time now. Rob's at the winter meetings, like Carabas can't get credentials, and Rob's been there for like a month and a half. So Rob's. We need nothing from Rob. We'll get to the baseball. Not that's important, but not as important. You found Hogdale, so Hogdale's not here. He's not on stream without you. You're the origin story? You're his podfather?
I'm a part of it. I wouldn't say that I'm the one who discovered him. That was actually one of our other co-hosts back when we were on a show called Pesky Report in 2021. But we were on the same episodes for it. And I just thought he was really good. I thought that. He won't admit this, but he was a little shy back then.
Yeah, I will admit that. I don't know if like it's just shy. I just didn't speak with as much conviction. Like I didn't have the confidence level wasn't there yet. Like the bass in my voice that I have now.
Argue quite as much. He didn't quite want to yell. Where did I cut off? Where did I cut off there?
Hilarious. Like literally just after like you said like fucking he won't admit this, but he's not. He would have said he's shy back then.
Yeah, you were shy back then, and you didn't want to argue with people as much back then. And then the more you did it, the better you got, the more comfortable you got. And maybe 2 years, I think it was 2 years of Pesky Report, we were both getting really frustrated with the internal drama of this incredibly niche, incredibly small Red Sox podcast. And we decided that we'd have more fun doing it on our own. And we left with one other person, and we did. That's Pod by the River, which we just started our third season, our first without Hogdale. Yeah, and it's it's something that is a lot of fun for me to do. It's been an excuse for me to get to talk Red Sox, get to talk to a lot of players, a lot of writers that I wouldn't have the opportunity to otherwise. And more than anything else, it's just talking ball with my buds. And Hogdale,
Awesome.
Hogdale and I we had a lot of fun doing it. Talked a lot of baseball, yelled at each other a lot.
I will say, like,
And
as Pod by the River evolved, it literally just became like Ed trying to find new and innovative ways to rage bait me. Genuinely, like, especially like late into like the last season. Like, I swear to God, every episode he's just throwing shit in there to irritate me because like I'm so easy to set off. I really, really, truly am.
I got feedback once. I got feedback about the show once that was just like, it's really nice seeing you piss off Hogdale and just letting him go.
That's our show. That's this show. That's this show. Just get out of the way, throw it up, and he dunks it. Now, it is funny. The guy who is like mocking Patrick Mahomes, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, all over social media the last 24 hours. That guy didn't like to argue. That I don't believe that. It's hard to imagine a point where Hogdale did not want to argue or rip on people. That seems suspect.
It was the first year of it, and I think that it was almost like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, Hogdale. This was my interpretation of it, was that you were kind of figuring out how to do this whole talking in front of a microphone thing, and you were watching people and you were figuring out what you were comfortable with, and then you kind of at one point just decided, oh, okay, I can do this, fuck it, and then So Hogdale was born. Because you've been a complete product for a while, man.
A lot of it, like when I was first starting, is I mentioned this when you cut out, is that I just didn't have like the inner confidence yet, like because when 90% of talking in front of a microphone is just saying what you mean with conviction and like really believing what you're saying. And honestly, the biggest confidence booster is I just kept saying things and they kept being true. And then I kept seeing other people saying things and they weren't true. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just right. So I just need to embrace that. I'm just going to be I'm a correct guy. And like, I like to describe myself as the very aggressive voice of reason.
I like that. I like that.
Like, I'm not going to let bullshit fly by. Like, no, we're establishing order here.
Love it. Well, Ed, thank you for this gentleman right here, because without him, there's no podcast. So thank you so much.
Ed was there. He was my hype man from day one, basically.
Let's go.
No, I've long believed that if somebody has talent, you have to bring that out of them as much as you can. And it was very, like, again, when you got him going, you could kind of see like, oh, this person is going to end up somewhere. I remember thinking it was probably, I think it was right after we started Pod by the River, but I remember, and I don't know if you remember this, but we were talking about something, and I was kind of like, at some point, somebody that is going to actually be able to offer you a real opportunity is going to come and poach you, and you cannot turn that down when that happens. Like, you have to go with it. Now, I didn't realize that Carabas had been talking about doing that a full year, I think, before we ended up doing Pod by the River. Like, you've been a hot commodity for a while, but I'd like to think that I was pretty good at spotting that from an early stage.
I'd say you're the first guy like who spotted me out. Yeah, Jared was pretty early on the bandwagon too, because like when he was talking about poaching me, like, I mean, I hadn't even started streaming yet. Like, that was, which is insane to me, because like that's where I gained the bulk of almost all of my audience from then forward. So I mean, it's awesome. Obviously, I got nothing but love for Ed. Ed's the fucking man. He's just the GOAT. And he's also a sincere ball knower. Great ball knower. Absolutely. Fun fact, we do have topics to talk about.
Let's go.
We're not just talking about you. We're not just ball washing you for the next hour. Awesome.
Yeah, I know. Like, I've gotten better over the years of like just like taking compliments, because like, I don't know, man, like at least for the longest time it's just like, fuck it, it's like I'm not that cool, I'm kind of a loser, like, I guy's a fucking dipshit, this guy doesn't know dick about anything. I still can't handle like when my parents or something like compliment me. I'm like, oh, shut the fuck. Stop. Just stop it.
Shut the
At
fuck
this
up,
point.
Mom.
Okay, we get it. Yeah, Mom. I'm awful, actually. You raised a piece of shit. How about that? Anyway, we're moving forward.
This is Hogdale. Yeah, your son does have terrible Hall of Fame takes. I will say that.
My
Terrible.
Hall of Fame takes are immaculate. We'll
agree.
get to that later. We will get to that later. Because that was very interesting to see. But I will say, we'll start off with something that happened, I think, literally the day after we recorded, because the fucking universe has it out for us. The Johan Oviedo trade. So 5-player trade. The Sox send over Justinson Garcia. See, I can say his name, otherwise known as the password.
Wow. Password.
Over to the Pirates. Who the fuck was the other guy they sent along in that trade, Ed? In the Red Sox trade?
Jesus Travieso.
Okay, he's slapdick. So they sent him over to the Pirates for Johan Oviedo, as stated previously. A depth catcher, I believe, minor league catcher. And who the fuck is the third guy? I cannot remember these guys' names to save my lives. Like, they scream slapdick to me, just all of them.
Well, the lefty is like, so I know the lefty's first name is Tyler, and I just was struggling with the
Tyler
last name on that.
Samaniego. That's a nice
Yeah,
name.
that guy.
And Adonis Guzman. That's the catcher.
He's the catcher
Yeah,
going back to
Adonis-
the Red Sox. Yeah, Guzman.
Yeah. Jonas Guzman did go to BC, so there's that, which is I always like when that happens. But he's barely played. He was like a 5th round pick last year, and that's the second catcher drafted in last year's draft that Breslow is traded for now after not drafting anybody last year. So I don't know if he just saw, oh shit, I forgot to draft anybody and just panicked and is trying to fill up the roster now, but. Yeah, they got him. They got the lefty, who I guess he's kind of a skinny dude, but with a good fastball. But obviously Oviedo was the main guy there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, my initial thoughts on the trade, I was like, okay. I'm not really mourning the password, like cool nickname, a lot of aura, and like it was a small sample size, but like he has some red flags in his game, a lot of swing and miss there, not enough power. Probably to justify the amount of swing and miss he's going to have. Very good defender, very, very good defender, good athlete. But like, it's whatever. It's a toolsy guy, and you traded him for basically, a very toolsy pitcher with a lot of upside. I think I've seen people say like, just blindly look at prospect rankings and be like, the Red Sox got absolutely fleeced in this deal. And it's like, okay, thank you for telegraphing to me absolutely fucking nothing about the Red Sox prospects or anyone we have around. So that's good. I know I never have to interact with you ever again. But like, I'm sorry, like no Red Sox fan is looking at the password and like fucking sobbing their eyes out that we've let him go. Like, at least that's what I think. Kutter, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, like you said, the password, I mean, he's going to be a decent player, I guess. But like they were always comparing him. They're like, maybe he could be the Rob Refsnyder of the future. Like he was never projected to be like an everyday starter. And obviously with the outfielders you have now, he was never going to be. And I had a lot of Pittsburgh fans reaching out to me. They were saying that they love the, what's his
Oviedo.
name? Yeah, Oviedo.
Yeah.
The one we got back. There was one, he was like, you guys are going to love him. If you're like competing for a World Series, he'll be one of your main pieces. But I like it because you weren't really going to do anything with the password. So it was good to flip him and actually get something in return.
100%. And I'll put forward too. It's like, he could be a future Rob Refsnyder. We already have that. His name's Romy Gonzalez. He plays the infield. He plays multiple positions, but he fills that role. Platoon righty who smashes lefties. Mutt, what do you think about the deal?
The two things I like, first of all, like the password was not going to help in the short term. Like his projection was 2027 or late 27, early 28. I don't care about those years. I care about next year and winning next year. Oviedo helps you win next year. I thought he might be a bullpen guy. It sounds like they're going to make him a starter, at least to start the year, which can lead to some other guys getting traded. We'll get to that. Sorry, Kutter, for bringing that up right now. But I also like the fact that if you go back before he had Tommy John, and I know he led the league in hit by pitch before he got hurt. They were putting him in the sentences like he could be the guy with Skeens to be the 1-2 in Pittsburgh. Now, that could be complete bullshit, but they had a very high opinion of him before he got hurt. He pitched very well at the end of last year, and he helps next season. Right? He helps this next season's team. So for those two reasons specifically, I like the trade by Craig Breslow 100%.
I think it also just serves the dual function that he allows you to more comfortably ship out one of your high-end pitching prospects.
Bingo.
Like that's a guy who's more MLB ready, and now like you can more easily justify dealing a Peyton Tolley or a Connolly Early or a Kyson Witherspoon. Like any of those three. I don't think personally that Early's gonna get dealt. I think they like him too much. But the other two I think are very, very much on the table. And just to justify future moves, I think that's a very savvy move by Craig Breslow. And I think tidy business, very tidy work of business from him. I like it.
Me too.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of people like upset. They were like, "Oh, I thought we were going to get Joe Ryan for this guy." It was like you were never getting a top of the line pitcher for the password.
Fuck no.
It was, like that was a fever dream. It was never going to happen.
The best case scenario, he was like the third guy you throw in to get him behind a couple of pitchers, but he also wasn't going to play at all in Boston. Like not even, I don't think even 2027, because if Kristen Campbell, if we're to believe that he is moving to the outfield full time, he's already ahead of him. You have Nate Eaton there who can hit lefties. Maybe they re-sign Rob Refsnyder. They've been linked to him, to him coming back. And you also have the entire logjam that's already there in the outfield. You're like the 8th or 7th man down. Just get what you can for the guy while he still has peak value. 100%. Oviedo's interesting. You can use him as a starter, or maybe you move him to the pen. He seems to me at least like the kind of guy that there's a little bit of similarities, obviously not the same ceiling, but what was Aroldis Chapman's big issue before he came to the Red Sox? He couldn't throw strikes consistently.
Yeah, really Connor Wong just has to give him a stern talking to, and he'll be able to throw strikes.
Yeah, they do. I mean, sure. The point here is, though, that if you can coach this guy into having a little bit better command, throwing a few more strikes, even if he's not in your rotation, he's a friggin' monster. The extension on this guy is ridiculous. He's the same size as Crochet, but right-handed. Like he's a monster.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Yeah. You mentioned Chapman. Didn't I read today? He's working out with Chapman in Florida, right? They work out.
Yeah, they're close.
That's true.
I saw that, dude. That picture of Chapman, like with just a tank top, that guy is fucking huge. Holy shit!
You sound like Dave O'Brien right now.
Yeah. I mean, I was a little aroused. I can't lie. Like fucking like, are you kidding me with that? Like, and they say like that dude's not on fucking steroids. Are you kidding me?
Oh no, I'm with you. I was like, that's a well put together fella right there. That's a well put together fella. He's jacked.
Oh, yeah,
speaking of Chapman, they just announced he's pitching for Britain, Great Britain.
For World Baseball Classic.
WBC, pending Red Sox approval.
That's the most bizarre of all places. Great Britain. I mean, it makes sense. It's not like Bro's going to go represent Cuba. He kind of defected from there.
I think he's got some like Bahamian or whatever you would call
paternal grandfather migrated from Jamaica to Cuba. Well, Jamaica was still a British colony.
Okay, hey, listen.
That is like who makes the rules for this? Like,
I mean, they're not like they're just like yeah, whatever. It's like fine, okay, man, sure. To be fair, like it's not like anyone's worried about Chapman getting injured. It's just it just doesn't happen. He's like one of the most durable relievers ever, especially of this era. So I mean, I don't care if he goes to play in the World Baseball Classic. That was a minor story is that Breslow said that he doesn't expect Roman Anthony or Garrett Crochet to play in the World Baseball Classic. So Team America yet again, not fielding our best team.
Yeah, fine with me. I'm not a huge World Baseball Classic guy. I don't like the time of year. I don't like it. There's got to be a better way to do it. But that's a different podcast.
Well, there's it's 162 games. It's a bajillion games already. Yeah. It's like it's at a time where like guys, you're prone to injury because it's not like you've really had a chance to ramp up yet. So, but I do love it just for the spectacle of it. It's cool to see baseball players represent their home nations in a competition that people actually give a shit about.
It's been good for the game internationally. Sorry.
100%. Shout out Team Japan, man. Shout out. You know Otani's going to be there. All right. Some weird stuff coming out recently. Apparently, the Red Sox have been poking around at maybe getting Kyle Teal back from the White Sox. What? Why are the White Sox... Like, why would they even be interested in moving a guy like a Kyle Teal? How deep do they want the rebuild to go? Like, what are we talking about here? What are you getting back that is going to return value for because wasn't Teal like really good last year in his limited sample size, showing nothing but promise? What the fuck is going on in Chicago, dude? I don't understand.
I don't get it.
I believe
if there's
is that they have 2 catchers, so you can trade one of those catchers. I'm not saying that I agree with this logic. I'm just saying that this is what I have heard.
They're a mystifying team. I mean, they really showed why they set the modern benchmark for the worst team in baseball ever. Genuinely. I mean, like, it's nice they improved last year because you literally had no choice but to. Like, I don't. They still lost 100 games though, didn't they? Or they get to 90? What do we got here?
I'm not sure what they ended at.
I don't think they were as bad as they were in 2024, but I also might be.
They literally could not have.
That.
It was mathematically fucking impossible for them to. Okay, yeah, 16-102, still not exactly inspiring. 19 game improvement over 41 and 121 though. I don't know if we'll ever see another team lose 120 games again. I didn't know that was like theoretically possible. Like you're just gonna luck into wins.
Do you want them to trade for Teal?
Yeah. It will allow me to never see Connor Wong again. What are we talking? Of course I want to see Kyle Teal back on this team.
I assume it's tied to the Red Sox, again, pitching depth, right? Like they have so many pitchers either on the cusp and ready to go or at the AAA level that they feel like they have a match with the White Sox to do kind of a 1-for-1 to get Teal back here. I assume that's the fit.
That's the thing, though, is also like if the Red Sox, you make that move because in about, 6 or 7 years, the White Sox are going to put him up on the trading block and you'll trade for him back because as is tradition, the Red Sox go acquire the White Sox best starter in, a decade.
They already have a 6'7" lefty there that I think is coming up through the minors. So that's the guy that I have.
He's going to be involved in the Teal trade too.
How tall did you say he was again?
I think he's 6'7". I'm trying to Noah Schultz or something like that.
Shut up. Enough. No 6'7". Shit. Stop.
What you get enough with your kids at home, Mutt?
Every day with this 6'7" weekend. You didn't know that? 6'7".
Mutt, you gotta embrace it, man. Trey Parker, fucking South Park, loves that shit.
But what I thought I could do, Hog, was then do it back to them, but they get so mad when I do it. That's not stopping them to do it louder in my face. Doesn't end.
I got you pretty good this morning with that one.
Fucking did. Yeah, I did not like that text. That was a little too early for that shit. Stop that.
The coffee was not hitting good enough.
No. It's like cup number 2 of 11. So like, I don't need it. It'll end at 6-7. Will end at some point. Like this, but it's not. We're not over.
Yeah,
it yet.
like 6 or 7 years probably.
Listen, shut the fuck up! Oh my god. Listen, 6-7. As soon as 6-7 goes down, that's when the 8-9 wave is catching on.
8-9.
6-7. People aren't aware of that. Yeah, they're not aware of 8-9 that it exists. Listen, it's coming. It will have its time
someday.
So I've got something that I want to ask just to finish off this discussion about Teal here. Say they do get Kyle Teal, but it's not the way that you want it to be. Connor Wong remains, and they trade Carlos Narvaez.
I might kill myself. I might kill myself live on air. I really might do it. Because I love Carlos Narvaez, dude. He's awesome. He played a leadership role in this team last year, stepping up as a rookie. I don't expect him to hit as well as he did last year. All of his underlying numbers are claiming that he's probably going to regress offensively, but that's fine because he's a defensive stalwart back there. But the sooner Connor Wong is off this baseball team, the better. I cannot fucking stand him. He's so bad.
I wish I had it in me to hate a baseball player as much as you hate Connor Wong. There are people that I hate as much as you hate Connor Wong. They're just not ball players. They're people that I actually know or I guess retired baseball players. Now that I'm thinking about this, anyway,
he doesn't do anything. Like there's no. What's the plot?
How can you hate someone that much that doesn't do anything? Like there's not. I don't have enough emotion to hate him. He hasn't done enough for that.
Because people keep gaslighting me and pretending like he's serviceable. No, he's fucking not. I watched him play. I watched all the games. I always come back to this. It's like I have video evidence of me watching all the games, and everyone who's saying Connor Wong is actually serviceable does not.
But so I don't know, Hogdale.
I have the fucking receipts to claim that. Okay, I'm just saying.
What about the receipts from 2024? You know, what about him?
I was saying he was asked then
runs?
too. I was there. I was fighting on the ground level. Like, this guy is a fucking bum. This guy's one of the worst defensive catchers I've ever seen. And the underlying numbers say he's going to regress. And then he did.
I don't know, Hogdale. If he did it once, I think he can do it again. I think that's what they're banking on.
You know what's funny is he used to be able to throw out runners. Remember, like, when Connor Wong's thing is like, yeah, I can throw out runners. He can't even do that anymore. Like, he's 21st percentile, caught stealing above average, 39th percentile pop time. He sucks. He's literally not a thing he does well.
You're gonna be so happy when Jason DeLay comes up. When you get that, when you get the Passan tweet, Jason DeLay coming up.
And when Passan does like
designated for assignment.
I hope it for me. I hope Passan does it breaking in all caps. Genuinely, like for if Connor Wong off the Red Sox, that deserves a breaking in all caps. Genuinely.
Jumping back to the Narvaez thing, there was a report, I think, like Pete Abe, right when the season ended, that Narvaez was one of the 3 untouchables.
Thank God.
He
God
said Roman Anthony, Garrett Crochet, and Carlos Narvaez are the 3 untouchables.
Oh God, you remember that? Just reminded me. Remember like that? Not even remember the report that came out like Bayo is an untouchable. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life.
I don't know if I've ever seen a guy more traded than him.
Because if you're sending back an MLB caliber starter in the deal along with the prospect, it would be Bayo because he's the most proven guy there. All the other guys are like either recently injured or too young.
Mm-hmm.
Well, except he actually has a contract, so if you want a guy that's
that
really not making anything, then maybe you prefer somebody like Hunter Dobbins or one of like the 90 other guys that they have there. I don't know who's Kyle Harrison, somebody like that, maybe. But yeah, I mean, Bayo is the most proven. I just don't. The problem with Bayo is that I feel like other teams look at him and they see someone that's like, I guess he's fine, but wouldn't we rather get someone with a higher ceiling that isn't already making
that's
a
valid,
certain
I think.
amount?
Yeah, and that's how the Red Sox look at him too, I think. That's why he's available.
He's like, I don't know, like I like Bayo. I mean, I like he's a homegrown guy. If he continues to pitch for this team, I'll be more than happy. Like him being a number 3 or a number 4 on this team is completely acceptable. But like, I'm not letting Brian Bayo stop the Red Sox from getting a real number 2. Just point blank kind of story. That he'd be untouchable is the most laughable thing I've ever heard. There's like when it really comes down to nitty gritty, there's like exactly 2 untouchables on the Boston Red Sox. It's Roman Anthony and it's Garrett Crochet.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else, if there's a correct offer, I'll hear you out. Absolutely, man. So, Pete Alonso had some interesting Pete Alonso news, actually. Is that, what is it, Mutt, that they're supposed to schedule to meet with him tomorrow? Like, Cora, Breslow?
Yeah, a couple things. Breslow spoke today, speaking every day in Orlando. He made a point they're going after a middle of the order bat. It's a priority. And Heyman, Cutter's favorite MLB reporter, he was the first to report. He's the 90-minute drive. He's driving in to meet with the Red Sox and the Orioles tomorrow in Orlando. And I guess my question would be for Ed, because I'm looking at Ed's power rankings of free agents at beyondthemonster.substacks.com as a Substack guy myself. Shout out Muttstack. Why is Alonso so low in your rankings? What did he do to your family? He's 9th in your free agent rankings. 9th? Ed, explain yourself.
Yeah, he's a first baseman. They're undervalued. He's a first baseman that barely plays first base. He's basically a DH at this point with his metrics there.
Yeah.
And this is also a year that there are a ton of guys with home run power. Like, I put him well ahead of a guy that actually can play a couple of positions at 849 home runs in Eugenio Suarez, because he's a much better player than him. I just think that if Alonso was that, listen, if he was that good, and I say this as somebody who I want the Red Sox to get Alonso very, very badly. He is my top pick. I have not seen a more obvious fit since JD Martinez in 2018. He is everything that he is your guy, that your interchangeable right-handed bat that you've had like every year since 2021. Like your Hunter Renfroe, your Adam Duvall, your Tyler O'Neill. He's all of these guys, but better. And you get him for 4 years. That's great. But I'm not going to pretend that he has the same kind of value that one of these starting pitchers would to a team. It's a lot harder to get, let's say, a Ranger Suarez on your team who might actually be able to be a number a number 2 starter, or somebody like Kyle Schwarber, somebody
the
like
position,
Cody
right?
Bellinger,
First
play.
base,
Yeah,
the position. Is
exactly.
the issue.
It's mostly as far. Yeah,
and I get it. I came into the offseason,
exactly.
and the first show we did together with as the guy, I was pumping, Kyle Schwarber. I've since come around to I like Kyle Schwarber better as a player, and as I loved what he did in Boston.
Yep.
But as a fit for the Red Sox lineup, as a fit at Fenway Park, Pete Alonso is just better. And he did what Bregman did last year. He tried to get a big contract, couldn't do it. Signed that deal with the Mets. He's opting out. He's trying to find his market. I'm with you. I think he's the perfect fit in the lineup and for the ballpark. And I'll be curious if the family connection, which you found out about, wife's from Quincy, they met at the Cape Cod Baseball League. You're laughing, Hog, but listen, as a married man, my wife makes many, if not all, the decisions for what we do in our household. And I'm hoping that Mrs. Alonso is saying something similar. Let's go back home, honey. Let's go back to New England, and they can get him for a respectable deal because he'd be a great fit. They're going to meet on Tuesday, and he would help out this lineup immensely.
I just can't hear those anymore without like Vietnam flashbacking, like Jordan Montgomery.
I was going to say him. Yep.
I was thinking the same
fucking
thing, but
like physical therapy or something in the area. It's like, oh, did you know? Like, yes, I did know. Thank you. Like, fucking god damn it. Like, yes, I'm aware. I heard. It's like this niche information. Every fucking outlet has published it. I'm aware. There's that Don LaGreca clip where he's just screaming, "We know." And that's yes, that.
It was mentioned on a Barstool blog written by somebody on this podcast today. So just it got mentioned one more time.
No, I'm
give
with
that
you.
one a pass.
I'm completely with you, by the way, that Schwarber is the better overall player.
Yeah.
But for what this, it makes things a lot easier with Alonso too, because even if he's not a great first baseman, and like I'm going to sound like I'm completely contradicting myself, like who gives a shit? Like he's a nice big target. He's played the position for 6-7 years at the big league level, whatever it is now. Like he's fine. He's fine. You don't have to worry about plugging him in at DH. You don't have to worry about Tristan Casas staying healthy. Just plug him in at first base, bat him clean up, and let him go.
Alonso and Casas batting back to back in the lineup next year is going to bring me such immense amounts of joy.
Yeah, DH one of them. It's fine. I don't know.
They'll share the DH position. They can swap.
Yeah,
He
them,
go to defense.
Yeah, them and Yoshida.
Yoshida's dead.
Boy.
He died. Yeah, he's gone.
He escaped the contraption last year, dude. They're not. He's just gonna keep coming back.
No, he's got to get if you sign Alonso, like Yoshida's getting stranded on a raft somewhere. I don't know how they do it, but that actually might lead to the fucking DFA. Because like genuinely, like with Alonso, where is he playing? Genuinely, like where is he playing?
The problem is that Yoshida does do one thing that nobody on the Red Sox does, and that's he makes a good amount of contact. You had Alonso, you're adding like another like 200 strikeouts or whatever it is to the lineup. So you still need to get that bat to ball somewhere. It's just that Yoshida plays a position that they don't need at all. So
yeah, they have 8 billion outfielders.
Also,
like everyone need to take this information from the grain of salt from fucking Luis Ariza's #1 defender. Like,
yeah, that's true. No, that is true. I know I accept that title, and I desperately want him to sign with Colorado. Just because
you talked about the free agency tracker. I was glancing over it. He has a rise over Munetaka Murakami on his fucking.
It's because Murakami sucks. He can't hit a 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
And fucking Arise can't hit that out of the infield. Like, what are we talking about here?
I'll have you know, he's hit 30 or more doubles every year for the last 4 seasons.
He's as bad as me.
Everybody
Whoa. Hold on. Did someone, Ed, did you, I'm going to read this sentence because I know Kutter has not seen this yet.
Yeah.
Who did Ed write this about? Perhaps the best contact hitter of his generation.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
That's what?
Who's a better contact hitter? Who strikes out less than Luis Ariz?
Does he walk?
Who has the highest?
What is it?
I said contact
with
hitter.
Yoshida.
Strike out guys who strike out. Dude, strike out.
If you don't walk, who cares? You're worse Tim Anderson. What are we talking about here?
No, he's way better than Tim Anderson. He has the highest active career batting average. I know no one cares about batting average anymore, but he still has the highest one by a substantial amount.
Jacob Wilson.
Jacob Wilson has more power than a fucking pea shooter.
Cutter, help me out here. Cutter, you're online all the time. You live online. Cutter, what's the Pete Alonso vibe? Because is he someone you harass? Is he like what is his online vibe? Are we okay with Pete Alonso?
Boston will love him for sure. But I remember like 2020, there was this TikTok account, Mets RSL. It was this kid that he was just recorded his reaction to the Mets games, but he didn't show his face. He just recorded the screen. And him and Pete Alonso went back and forth. Pete Alonso blocked him on everything. Then his wife was like commenting under all his stuff. But I don't know why I just got a flashback to that. But yeah, he interacts with the fan base for sure. Boston would love him, I think.
I feel like the one thing I heard about him is that he's like a hardo for the home run derby. Like he cared so much about winning the home run derby.
Well, that's how he made his money for years before he got any of his big
I think he's over that now.
Yeah,
the funniest clip was when he like knocked out the kid with the ball, and they were like took a break to go. The medical staff was going to help the kid in the outfield in the home run derby, and he was just standing there dancing, bumping his head when the music was still playing.
Those kids should. That's dangerous. Let's get the kids out of the outfield. That's dangerous.
I don't know. One made a robbery last year. that one.
I love
So let's see how serious they are, boys. Like, let's see if they're serious. Like that. Greg Breslo's made a couple of moves here at the deadline. His first two, not the deadline, but the winter meetings, the first 2 years, he's come away with something. They've been trades versus signings, but I'll be curious how quickly the Alonso thing happens. And if the Red Sox are going to be just the interested team that misses out, or they can land a big fish, and what that would mean for the rest of the offseason. Does that mean no Bregman? Does that mean trades? It's a huge domino for whatever else they do.
I mean, from the indicators that the reporters are getting out, they're saying that it's probably going to be another long, grueling offseason in terms of when people are actually going to sign.
Yep.
So get ready, like 2 weeks into spring training. That's when all the big free agents are going to sign. You know what? Actually, I am going to bring this up, like with fucking Bregman and like his huge market that he has. Because today it was put out like the Tigers are lukewarm on him. Who is signing him other than the Red Sox? Who is it? Where is this robust free agent market, Scott Boras, you piece of shit? You fucking fabricating, lying garbage man. What are you talking about? It's the fakest market for a star player I've ever seen. Actually, sorry, it's the fakest I've seen since Bregman last year.
Oh, you mean
what do you guys think? Who's signing Alex Bregman, Mutt? Who is it?
I see. There's the issue. I think for a 4-year deal, Hog, you're right. But if he settles for another one of these 1-year deals, and I'll deal with it after that, then he'll have a much bigger market. But for an actual like 4-year, what Scott Boras thinks he can get, it's Detroit, it's Boston, and who else? I don't know who else to be in the mix. I really don't.
By the way, like Bregman's already put out, like, I'm not going to Detroit. He never had to say it personally.
Yeah.
They had a fucking 5-6 year contract on the table for him last year. If he wanted to go to Detroit, he'd already be there.
Ben Verlander thinks he's going to Detroit, so it must be true.
That's true. You know what? I didn't consider that, Kutter. And
maybe I'm stupid. I don't think he's now chasing the money. I think he wants to win. Like I think he wants to go to a place where I think he really likes Alex Cora. Alex Cora said on Section 10, he texted him every single day. He's responding to Roman Anthony on Instagram. Like, it feels like you're right, Hog, that they're just trying to get the market up to squeeze out the last dollar they can get. And by the way, I don't blame him for doing it. That's the player's right.
Oh, I get it. Like, it's his prerogative.
It ain't my money. It's Craig Breslow's money. So do it. But eventually, I do think it's him plus one of the big bats in Boston. That's my gut, but I'm also wish casting that a little bit, for being honest.
No, I want Bregman bad, I think, because what I was saying about they need guys that don't strike out, Bregman does that very well too. He has professional at bats. Before he got hurt, he was on pace for 30 home runs, so you're getting some pop out of him.
Well said.
Great intangibles. He just seemed like such an easy fit for this team. I don't know why he would want to go somewhere else, especially if the money is there. So if you tell me that they get Pete Alonso and Alex Bregman, and that's their big acquisitions this offseason, along with Sonny Gray and whatever other trades they decide to make, I'm going to be pretty happy with it.
Yeah, if they get those two in addition to Gray, I never felt like Gray was a legit number two. But if the caveat is, hey, you also got back Bregman and you brought Bregman back and added Alonso, I would begrudgingly have to give Craig Breslow credit, 100%.
I could live with it then. Oh yeah, I just can't. It's just. like they want me to believe that the Chicago Cubs are a real option to sign him. They want me to believe that. They wouldn't pay like their the fucking groundskeeper to tend the ground properly. And like you want me to believe they're gonna shell out the money required for a 5-6 year deal for Alex Bregman. Like, no, they won't. The best player in free agency is currently walking from the Chicago Cubs because they don't want to pay players real money. But they're going to sign Bregman. Sure, man. The Phillies, they're going to go try to re-sign Schwarber. They're busy. The Mets, I got fucking like is Alex Bregman the solution to all their problems? Like, I don't think so. Sure, man. It's fake. It's the fakest market I've ever seen.
The Boris connection will be interesting here. Boris has both these guys. They both had to settle for the 1 year, multiple year plus the opt-outs last year. Like, how does he advise them this year? Like, it's the lockout is looming. He knows that that's still sitting out. This is the Boris. I know you're right about Boris. He can be a used car salesman, but he's got some power here with these two, how he handles in the next couple months.
Oh, he's a great agent. He's good at getting his clients money. It's just that, like, it's also because not everyone is as, media literate as the people like that are in this call. And like, I see right through you, Scott Boras, you sack of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't fool me. You can fool the masses, but you can't fool me.
Well, Kutter, I guess we're not getting Scott Boras on next week like we had planned. So.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get John Heyman. We'll get. Yeah. He's holding his
That's
pocket
just as
anyway.
good.
So,
that is
yeah.
literally as good.
I can't even believe you're doing this. I don't believe it.
Shout Scott Boras, man. He's getting his players' money. I get it, but also like, fuck you. It's whatever, man. Minor notes before we head into some Hall of Fame shit. Cooper Criswell claimed by the New York Mets he's their new ace. Tell Frank the Tank that now. I'm giving him a mournful slide whistle. So you're gonna get a slide whistle in commemoration. We appreciate you, Coop. That spot start where you went like 7 or 8 innings was legendary this last year. We appreciate you. Have fun in the pearly gates, aka going to play for the New York Metropolitans. Fucking nightmare. They're cursed. Other than
Spend
that,
money, though. Like, it's gotta be. I know Frank gets annoyed, but at least that's an owner that just will spend money like it does not matter. That's always fun.
oh, he doesn't give a shit. It's like Monopoly money to him. Like, he's just, yeah, it's like, oh no, I have to shell out some of the money for my infinite money printing machine. How am I ever going to replenish this?
Doesn't he have like a shark tank in his house or something like that? Like a literal shark tank?
I mean, why wouldn't he? I mean, I just want to believe that. I don't want to Google that because I don't want to ruin the illusion. Yeah, because
well, so this is kind of breaking free agent news on a Monday night. It's not okay, maybe not great. But Ari Alexander, who works for Channel 7 in Boston, said he's reporting that the Bo Bichette and the Red Sox had a Zoom meeting. Went well on both sides. Bichette came away impressed with the Red Sox. Red Sox are shown to be serious about the free agent. This sort of ties back into Bregman for a second. I know you have Bichette ranked in your power rankings, Ed, on your Substack. You've got him ahead of it, ahead of Pete Alonso and ahead of Bregman even.
Yep.
He's a very good offensive player. I worry about his defense. I'll go around the room with you guys. Would you rather have Bregman or Bichette along with Alonso next year?
For this team, Bregman.
Yeah, this Red Sox.
Yeah, I have Bichette ranked higher. That doesn't mean that I think he's a better fit for the Red Sox. Because I don't think he's a good as. I also I just don't think Bo Bichette is the sort of player that's going to age particularly well. I would not be surprised if he ends up in the outfield and we see the kind of contract that he gets, and it's not. Hogdale doesn't like this take from me, but that's okay.
I'm laughing because like he ends up in the outfield with all the other 8 billion outfielders we have.
Exactly. No, I don't. I just think that it's the kind of contract that by years 1 through 3 is going to be great, and then once we get to the end of that, like everybody's going to hate it. So I would really rather they just get somebody like Bregman that you can get for maybe 4 years. You know what you're getting. Maybe he can play some first base by the end of it. He'll DH or something. I don't know, but it just seems a little bit better than whatever you're going to have to give for Bichette. He's not a good fielder. And
ding. Exactly.
Yeah.
You've got all these ground ball pitchers now. That's my issue.
That is the thing, though, is like he's not a good fielder at shortstop. Could he be serviceable at second or third?
Yeah.
An easier position where it requires less range of you. Like
How's his arm
obviously, like,
strength?
yeah. And thing is, like, obviously, I prefer Bregman. Like, it's the easier option. He's an established leader on the team. People rally around him, and I think Bregman is the better fit. But like in the weird situation where Bregman does dip to somewhere, like say like the Cubs actually do put together a real offer, which isn't going to happen. Then like yeah, like if Bichette like is your last ditch replacement, that's fine. I like him. I think he'd make a good Red Sox. I think he'd hit very well at Fenway Park. But yeah, Bregman's a better fit, way better fit.
Yeah, definitely Bregman for this team. I don't understand how the Blue Jays are dishing out all this money and they still haven't re-signed Bichette. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like he should just be a Blue Jay for life, but I don't know. We'll see.
They just must like their interior options. Also, I mean, it could say like maybe what they think about him in the clubhouse or
I was gonna think, I think they've been around him. He's had some up and down. Like he's not always been like the front of their top prospects list. He's got sat back down to AAA for a while at one point. Like that's a good point, Hog. Like what they think about him. That's interesting.
It also is the fact that like the Jays are like we can reallocate that money elsewhere. We literally made it to the World Series without Bo Bichette, and Bichette played well in the World Series. I think he had a very good series, and like it shows he can hit in the playoffs, which I think is a very big boon in his favor. But like, yeah, the Jays probably like, yeah, we could just reallocate this money elsewhere to make ourselves a more complete team. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that was a good talking point. Good thing to touch on for sure. Others random shit like Sonny Gray said he hated the Yankees. It's like cool. Glad. I mean, you're fitting right in, I guess.
Like Sonny Gray hates the Yankees, and then Cashman fires back and calls the agent a liar, and it's just adding more to what should be a very good year for Red Sox Yankees, Hog. Right, this should be ratchet the rivalry back up, benches clearing brawl once or twice this year. Kutter, you're going after Aaron Judge online. Like this is we're back. Yeah, we are. But it's I do think we're trending positively towards the Red Sox and the Yankees absolutely fucking despising each other again, and that's the way it should be. Good, because like the worst part about like this buddy era of players is just seeing these two teams coexist. Like the rivalry doesn't matter.
Dude, the Yankees lost their fastball. I thought they were supposed to be this classy organization. I don't know, this new captain they got. I don't think he has this team. I don't think he has the pulse of this team.
They can grow some facial hair now. Can you believe it?
No, they reinstated the facial hair policy.
That was just for Devin Williams.
Yeah,
I think that was
just for Devin Williams.
AI, Hog, you got AI there, brother.
I got AI. Damn it.
Yeah.
I believe it though. It's something they would do. They're so fucking.
It's what AI does. These fake reports online. These fake reporter. I believe everything. Trust me. I looked 10 times. I looked at all the replies, and someone's like, "Hey, Grok, is this real?" No, it's not real. So I bought it too for glad saying, but I think it's fake.
Damn. In a world where you get AI, it happens to me very infrequently, but it can even get the best of us. Sadly,
you're better than me. You're better than me.
I will say, on to the vaunted Hall of Fame topic that we were previewing. Jeff Kent is a Hall of Famer. Can I start this by saying I think he does deserve to be in? Yeah. I didn't address that in my tweet at all because I was irritated. But like, if you're looking strictly, especially by position, as a second baseman, Jeff Kent should be in the Hall of Fame. And like one of the reasons I love that he's in is it opens the door for Dustin Pedroia eventually to get in. So for us, Dustin Pedroia agenda pushers, this is a monumental moment. So like, yeah, but how do you guys feel, first of all, before we get into the other stuff, just about Jeff Kent getting inducted into the Hall of Fame?
I'm really happy that we have a contestant on Survivor in the Hall of Fame. I think that it's been long overdue. No, I'm actually pretty happy about it. He was one of my favorite players as a kid, so I'm very excited that he got in. And also, I'm a pretty big Chase Utley fan, so this, like Pedroia, this also increases Utley's chances of getting in. So I'm pretty happy about that on all accounts. I'm a little disappointed that some of the other people on there didn't get in, and I'm sure we're going to talk about that. But this was a class that I wouldn't have been surprised to see just about any of these guys get in total. So I guess it's a little disappointing that it's just the one from my perspective.
Like, how is Beltran not in the Hall of Fame yet, dude? How is Andrew Jones not in?
Well, they're probably going to get voted.
That was just the.
Is this just the committee vote?
Yeah. I think Jones and Beltran will still get in.
Yeah.
I think so.
Thank God.
I mean, I think Beltran was at like 70% last year. Did that ever happen where a guy got
69,
that much the year before?
67% Cutter, I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both. This is such a weak class. There was like nobody coming. There was nobody coming up from it.
But yeah, the big breadth of the story is that obviously the committee, vaunted geniuses that they are, didn't vote Barry Bonds in, didn't vote Roger Clemens in. I need to reiterate this. There are already men who have used steroids in the Hall of Fame recently too, like people who tested positive, people who are admitted to using it. Mike Piazza's in. Our boy David Ortiz is in. He should be in. If there are steroid users in the Hall of Fame, there is no argument against Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens. There's just not, because they're already. Now we're just going on how mean were you to the reporters. They gave Barry Bonds gave a bunch of fucking wet willies, noogies, and swirlies to a bunch of fucking geeks with a pen and pad in San Francisco, so therefore he's not in the Hall of Fame. That's where I'm sitting at. Like that's my baseline. Mutt, I know you want to retort, so you go first.
Well, I want to let Ed go first. So you and I yelled about this last week, so
okay.
I'll let Ed go first, and I have one more Jeff Kent follow up as well.
Okay.
My thing with the steroids is just that I think that if you were the top of the top guys that were on steroids during the steroid era, I guess I don't understand why you wouldn't get it. Like Barry Bonds was going to be a Hall of Famer, whether or not he did the steroids. And I think with some other guys,
he fucking cheated. That's the point.
But if everybody is cheating, no one is cheating.
Yeah, if everyone's cheating, no one's cheating. That's where I always said that too.
I'm sorry, Ed, but I hate that. Yeah. Would have been then don't do the steroids. Don't go to Balco and get all jacked up because you're mad that Mark McGwire's got all the press and take all those steroids. Then just don't do it. If you're Alex Rodriguez, don't go to Biogenesis, whatever it was down there in Florida. Don't do all those steroids. Like you don't have to. If you're Manny Ramirez, don't take like 3 times over, get caught for whatever you were taking.
I agree with you there. I agree with you on Manny, and I agree with you on A-Rod. I completely agree with you on those. But
cheated.
So you don't think with McGwire, you don't think that McGwire and Sosa saved baseball?
I think yes, I believe they say baseball. But
so do you think that the end justifies the means with that they save baseball?
No, I think Hog's going to bring up Bud Selig, and I can't defend Bud Selig. Bud Selig turned a blind eye so these guys could pump up baseball after the '94 strike and the lockout, and we lost that whole season. Expos, Larry Walker, Pedro Martinez, 30 for 30 million documentaries. Again, Kutter was not alive here; he would not know anything about it. But it was so blatant with the guys we're talking about, Clemens and Bonds in particular, that they benefited greatly. Clemens went to Toronto and made a shitload of money when he went to Toronto. Bonds made millions and millions and millions, considered one of the greatest players of all time. You can have that with your cheating. Doesn't guarantee you a spot in the Hall of Fame. So I'm not going to go there and cry if those guys aren't in there, given what they did to get to certain levels in their career on the field. I'm okay.
I mean, I think that there's a perfectly reasonable case for them not to be in. I'm not even disagreeing with that. If I had a vote, I would.
But there isn't anymore, though. Mutt's case is completely fine if it remains consistent with who else has gotten in recently.
Who has done? You're saying Mike
Piazza's in the Hall of Fame.
You're using like ancillary rumors. We don't have we have paperwork and a paper trail on Balco and Barry Bonds.
Okay, David Ortiz tested positive in the report they used to hold against other people. He's in.
What?
Did he really though? Did he?
Yes,
really
according
test
to
positive with that.
I
believe that there's a quote from the commissioner of baseball. If this means anything to you about how some of the stuff in there, like those results weren't real.
The fake Mitchell report, yeah.
The fake
hashtag fake news media.
Maybe I think it was AI. You can't convince me that
it was AI. The thing is, like Piazza, it's like. It's rumors, but also he's like, oh, I didn't use steroids, but yeah, I did take, amphetamines. It's like, okay, so yeah, I cheated on this one thing, but I definitely didn't cheat with the steroids come on. There are guys in there. I just want consistency. If there are roid guys in, you let the roid guys in. I don't know, man. Mutt's if they hadn't already let these dudes with shady backgrounds in, I think it's a completely valid and, what's the word I'm looking for? Ardent argument to have. That's a good word. Ardent argument to have.
I don't know what it means. What is ardent? I don't know. I have no idea.
It's a word that he made up. No, he just made it up.
No,
I didn't make that up. I didn't make that. Look, I'm looking it up right now. Ardent definition. Okay, I didn't use it in the way I wanted to, but it does mean enthusiastic or passionate. There we go.
Okay, that's the
Close
argument.
enough.
You're okay, yeah, gotcha. I could be wrong. I agree. I could be wrong, and maybe they should all be in. Maybe at some point they will all be in. But I also don't want people want Pete Rose in now. I don't want Pete Rose in. Pete Rose was betting and not betting on his team, which told you what he thought about his team. Like, no, sorry, you're a great player. You got signed all those autographs in Vegas. You're not a Hall of Famer. I know he's.
Okay, I got one for you. Where are you? I'm genuinely curious about this one. Curt Schilling, where are you with him?
Hall of Fame. It's ridiculous he's not in the Hall of Fame. He's the best postseason pitcher of my lifetime.
Completely agree with you.
We live in a world where Jeff Kent's in the Hall of Fame and Curt Schilling is not. How is that possible?
Like, the only argument is Curt Schilling is like he's a bad guy. I don't care. I do not care that Curt Schilling is a bad guy. I don't care.
Idiots. He hurt their feelings because he jokingly said they should, not be alive anymore. Like, he was clearly kidding and being sarcastic. He was, and they took offense to that. Writers who thought, again, Schilling was being mean to them. You think you had a funny line, Hog, about swerving.
I honestly implore more baseball players to be mean to writers. Like these fucking knuckle scraping buffoons. Just like these are the gatekeepers for who we celebrate in baseball's history, like the annals of history. And it's like we didn't get the first unanimous Hall of Famer until Mariano Rivera. You're telling me to respect these people? Give me a fucking break. What are you talking about?
Can't be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I don't know, man. Like the history of baseball writers doesn't exactly point you to a group of people who really know the game. I always go back to the first ever Hall of Famer was not Babe Ruth. It was Ty Cobb, who was a wife-beating racist piece of shit. Like, they had to get him in first, had to make way for him first before you can get Babe actual Ruth in the Hall of Fame. So yeah, very astute history. We love writers. We love writers, don't we, folks? I don't know, man.
Remember, someone didn't vote for Derek Jeter in the first ballot. They didn't want to make
It's true.
Valid.
They all call Derek Jeter overrated 100 times out of 100.
Are they valid, Kutter?
Yeah.
We'll all shit on Derek Jeter. He was overrated. Wasn't a good defender. He still should have been obviously he's a Hall of Famer. Like, what are we fucking talking about? Like Ken Griffey Jr. when he retired, there were real baseball writers like, nope, not a Hall of Famer.
But do you have somebody that isn't in the Hall that you think should be in, but it's like kind of a controversial one?
No, I think most of the guys. There's too many guys, and I'd rather take guys out. Craig Biggio out, Jeff Kent probably out for me. It's too many guys. There's too many guys in the Hall of Fame. It's these guys that they're on the ballot for 9 years at the end, and the 10th year, let's just let him in. We feel bad for him. Let's just let him in. I'll get the guy who didn't get in yesterday. Who should have get in is Lou Whitaker. He's a better player than Jeff Kent. Yeah. He didn't get in. I only saw the back half of his career and play with an RBI baseball. Shout out Nintendo's regular Nintendo. But he's better than Jeff Kent was. I don't think it's close.
Valid take. Where are you on the Don Mattingly spectrum? I know Yankee fans every year are fucking screaming and crying about it. I understand he has a peak argument, but he does not have longevity.
He also only had all those RBIs because Ricky Henderson was on third base literally every time he was coming to bat for most of the
and I'd argue Jeff Kent did a lot of his damage with Barry Bonds in the lineup with him. That also
pretty easy protection out there. So just talk about the easiest job on planet Earth. It's like, Barry Bonds is getting on base at a fucking 800 clip or some shit. During,
I saw someone tweet yesterday. They're like, so Barry Bonds' Bat Boy made the Hall of Fame, but not Barry Bonds.
I'm so.
To be fair, that is a pretty good anti-steroids message because that's got to be a living hell. You got to think Bonds to some extent is seething about this.
It's whatever. I think he's probably made peace with it. When he didn't get on the fucking writers ballot, I think he just understood I'm probably not going to get in. And it's going to be a shame. Because every year I look at the Hall of Fame and I'm like, how can I really take this institution seriously? The best hitter ever and debatably the best pitcher ever are both not in it. Because Roger Clemens, obviously he gets left behind because Bonds is Bonds. Roger Clemens, in terms of his peak, his longevity, obviously the roids helped a lot with the longevity.
Just how to get the longevity.
Well, even if you just remove the longevity and you just look at his peak, the peak is unreal.
He's the rare guy where his teammate sat, was it under, I don't know if under oath or in front of Congress, and Pettit's yep, Roger took steroids. I saw him.
Yeah, he must have been a generational dickhead back in the day.
Clemens,
your own team's selling you out.
To his credit, Clemens, he's not he does this thing every year for the Jimmy Fund in Boston where he like you get to bid on, he can bring you and like 9 of your friends and go hit against Clemens at Fenway if you donate enough money. So he gives back to the community. Seems like he's maybe a better guy than he was when he was playing, because it was early playing days. He was known as the guy who wouldn't carry his own bags. Like he had a big ego about him early in his Red Sox career. And then the steroid stuff late. But it seems like in his post-playing career, he's been very helpful to different charities.
Mellowed out with age, as most people do. Like you
steroids out of the system.
I was gonna say
that too. Yeah, get the roid rage out of there. You start to mellow out. Start maybe letting go of the ego, as you will. Yeah. Reach your Zen state. But have you achieved Zen yet? Or are you still working on it?
No, I have no Zen whatsoever. Zero.
Zen is not on the table.
No. Have you? You don't seem like a Zen guy.
I'm getting there. I work towards achieving my inner peace every day. But sadly, I watch the Boston Red Sox. They usually set me back a couple paces. Them and the New England Patriots. The Patriots less this year. They've actually made me pretty happy. Josh McDaniels has got me riled up a few times. I actually cut a clip of myself earlier today for the intro that's coming soon. Being made by our new producers. Oh, we got fucking producers now.
Yep.
Solely Mac O'Hara. Welcome to the Dirty Water crew.
Yep.
Cannot wait to work with them. The episode's going to look a lot prettier here coming very soon. And also we're going to have some very nice looking thumbnails because I am a disaster when it comes to that shit. So thank God.
Real professionals. Like we can talk into a mic and kind of get by, but we can't do anything else. Like I can't do anything around the house. Like I got to get I have to get a plumber to fix even like the smallest leak. Like I can kind of sort of do this managed by, but the other stuff we can't do. So Fasoli and Mac are stepping up. We have real pros behind Dirty Water now to make us look better.
It is awesome. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was cutting a clip of me like when I after the Falcons game when I said Josh McDaniels, you fucking terrorist. And like I'm just like my voice is completely raspy because like I spent the previous 2 minutes just yelling and screaming about how awful the game was, even though they did win, which was funny. That game was horrible though. There was an on-field abortion to watch. Worst game of the season.
I said the worst game of the season was the Raiders lost, but that's just me.
That's week one.
So as I said, Red Sox podcast, at least this version of Dirty Water. We could have some different versions down the road. Can you give me 30 seconds and admit that McDaniels has been huge in the progress of Drake May in year 2?
I will give him credit in that he is not the cavalcade potpourri of the most worthless offensive minds we have ever seen in the last couple of years. He's not Alex Van Pelt, and he's not Matt Patricia. I mean, when you're stacking up Josh McDaniels to those guys, I'm like, I think McDaniels is a good offensive coordinator. I don't think he's great. I think he's good. When you compare good,
I can separate the game calling. You can't. Like you're one of these guys who like it's like you're like these online offensive coordinators who like knows all the plays to run and why is he doing this? Why is that? All I know is this. He worked with Brady. He turned Garoppolo into a starter. He was the guy who got Brissett started as a rookie, and Brissett is still playing in 2025 and putting up massive numbers for Arizona. Worked with Mac Jones' rookie year. Had a good rookie year with Mac Jones. They went to a playoff game, and now he's done this.
They sure did.
Like he's proven he can work with like any type of quarterback and make them better. Game calling, kind of annoying. I agree with you, but as a coordinator, as someone to mentor a quarterback, nobody else I'd want in the NFL.
He's done a good job. I'm still giving more credit to Drake.
I'm praise from you.
But that's the thing. It's like I don't know. Like I'm always more on like I'm gonna praise the talent for being the talent.
Yeah.
Like you know, like it's like Brady was Brady, and like Josh had some cool play calls. Like he's responsible for the double pass. That was pretty cool. Sick play call, brother. But sometimes he gets a bit too cute with it. I didn't even know this was Shout out to this Red Sox show.
Listen, I'm sorry.
Drake May.
I didn't bring it up.
Drake May. Sorry.
No, I love it. I love it. Kutter, what's your Packer take?
The Bears suck. That's really it. I mean, Jordan Love. Sorry, guys. Jordan Love for MVP.
Toyotathon?
Yeah. Go look at the numbers. Sorry, Drake May lover. Go look at the numbers. Just saying. But it's all right. I'll root for the Patriots.
Hell yeah, man. It's your AFC team. We're out of here, man.
Ed, this is what you built, Ed. This is the show you built. Ed Hand built this show.
You know, I'm pretty. I couldn't be prouder of my creation here. You know, in some ways, Hogdale, I'm your father, and you're my
It's true.
son,
Yeah.
and I love
Yeah.
you, son.
I love you too, man. I love you too. Even though you rage bait me and you know,
You
go out of
didn't.
your way
You
to
didn't.
defend
I thought
Luis
you were going to
Ariz.
take it. I thought you were going to take it with the Wong 13 home runs thing. You've gotten better about that. Because it used to be last year. Anytime I said Connor Wong hit 13 home runs, he would absolutely lose his shit. It was the funniest thing.
That'll still get me. Like it really will, because it's just like he did. It's true. He did. Connor Wong, he did hit 13 home runs. It's true. Thousands of people every year die of cancer. That's another fact.
Oh,
Like, you know, and we're
think
just
it's more
saying
than
things that
that.
happened. Yeah, millions, in fact. Millions.
This
died
is
of cancer.
it's like the how much could a banana cost $10 meme.
Fucking, I can't stand Connor Wong, man. I just can't do it. As a person who watches at like all 162 with a camera pointed at me, like he's just no one player brings me more rage than Connor Wong. It's just it's like it's him, and then Jordan Hicks was giving him a run for his money, and then they sent him to fucking Mars.
oh, he sucks out loud. Hicks does.
Oh, dude, he's so bad.
I keep hearing people say like, "Oh, he needs a full year of coaching." He needs somebody.
Yeah.
He needs to like my whole thing with him. He needs to go to like I don't know,
An
Costa
ayahuasca
Rica or
retreat?
something. Yeah, he needs to go to an ayahuasca retreat. Yeah, good.
Darkness
You follow
retreat.
me on
You're thinking of
Twitter.
the
Yeah.
darkness retreat.
He's got to do the Aaron Rodgers and just get his a completely different personality. Or else he's not gonna be
I'd suggest some ayahuasca.
at
Strip
all.
the ego from the bottom. Get this guy out of here. He needs to be a Shanghai shark, Guangdong tiger, whatever, immediately. Like, freaking get the fuck off of my baseball team, you bozo. Oh my god. Fellas, did we have anything else we wanted to touch on?
Andy Pettit's a snitch. Bryce Eldridge, they're talking about.
Yeah, the Bryce Eldridge thing was that for Bayo? Like, that was the rumor?
Yeah, that had to be rage bait. There's just no way. Dude, if they trade for Bryce Eldridge now,
That'd
like
be
just
so funny.
Bryce Eldridge and Kyle Teal on the same day. would be
Yeah, they need to do it back to back, actually. Like, and we'll take back Rafael Devers. We'll eat the money. Thank you. Thank you, San Francisco. We'll take this burden off of your hands.
we'll give them Jordan Hicks too. Just
Yeah,
take
you're
him
gonna
back.
do it. Let's just
I'll throw in Connor Wong. I'll throw in Connor Wong.
Ooh.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you know what? Like, we'll sacrifice. Connor Wong, you can go. You know, you can go on the deal. We'll be worse off for it. Jesus fucking Christ. Everyone, thank you all so much for tuning into this installment of Dirty Water. You can find me at Hogdale_ on Twitter. You can find Mutt at Mike Manansky on Twitter as well. Cutter at Cutter is King, and Ed's at EdHand89, I believe. 89.
Wow, you remember?
I
Wow.
remember.
89.
Shut the
89.
89. It came full circle.
I'm gonna start doing that around the house. See if
Yeah.
the kid really
Just when you thought you were getting informative baseball content, you were getting brain rot. Fuck you and good night. See you next time.